One day, in a time not far from now, a man and his son, who had very different brainwaves, had been locked in a battle over an incident that occurred in the not-so-distant past. To fix this problem, we need to use a mind meld machine that will lead us on a trip, where, while riding trains of thought, we can travel into the minds of my patients. To demonstrate, we will first be riding the train of thought in my mind, and we will demonstrate the leap of faith I had to take to accept their unique case. Both of them have taken some time to think, and I, Simon Arthur Cowbell, better known as the famous psychiatrist, have been chosen to...
Can anybody tell me how'd you solve this thing? Each morning he got up, he died a little. He had a really boring job until he brought his kid in one day. That's when it all went wrong. Now they need help from a psychiatrist who is also a cow. We're gonna ride the train of thought and we're gonna tell you how to solve this problem. We have to see each other's views and ride the train of thought to see whose story is true.
Now we ride the train of thought out of my mind and into the mind of the Father to see his perspective. We can see how he has gone back and forth with himself over what to do about these events.
And so, son, you see, this is what I do every day at work.
Okay.
This is the printer. It's what we use when we make things on the computer and have to put it onto paper. That's cool. This is the paper shredder. It's what we use when we don't need the paper to make. That's the coffee maker. It makes coffee. Well, I have to go get my paperwork for today, so sit tight, try not to break anything. Okay. I'm back with my... What'd you do?
Gorgonzola. That kid sure messed up, right? He made his dad have a cow and now he's in a bad mood. But that's just the dad's perspective. As you can see, these two people are on very different brainwaves. And to move our experiment along, we first need to see the story from the other person's perspective.
Rewind.
We now ride the train of thought out of the father's mind and into the mind of the child. We can see how his father's disapproval really stopped him in his tracks, but he just started back up again.
Oh, great hero, you are the chosen one, the prophecy foretold of one brave enough to defeat the monsters plaguing this land. Okay, you must defeat the fire-breathing monster. That's cool. And the monster with red eyes and shredding teeth. And there's also the coffee maker, but we like coffee, so keep that one. Well, I have to go do wizardly things, but you must stay here and defeat the monsters. Got it!
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Their once was a small boy who saved the whole world. Was just the use of imagination, mind and sword.
You've done it, great hero. You defeated all the monsters.
And now the train of thought moves out of the kid's mind. He really seems to milk all the fun he can out of that office, am I right? We may seem done, but we've got one more trip to go on before this train of thought can finally stop moving. Let's go back to the mind melt machine.
How is this helping?
Look, I'm trying.
He's trying. But they don't want to listen. They think that he's crazy. How can you ride a train of thought? That's not how trains or thoughts work. This is why cows shouldn't do psychiatry.
So, now both of you see the other's view of the situation. How does that make you feel?
I never knew you looked at it that way, son.
You mean you don't see what I see?
Very interesting. Now, it may seem cheesy, but let's use the mind meld machine one more time to simulate what would have happened if you had understood each other before these events. If you look closely, you can even see the baggage that you've both been towing behind you.
And so, son, you see, this is what I do every day at work.
Awesome.
This is the printer. That's what we use when we make things on the computer and need to put them on paper.
That's cool.
This is the paper shredder. It's what we use when we don't need the papers we make.
Looks scary.
Hold on. All better.
Yeah.
Well, I have to go get my paperwork for today, so sit tight for a minute.
Okay.
Ting! Ting! Okay, well, I have to work for the rest of the day, so only bother me when you need to.
Aw.
I guess we can play for a minute.
Yeah.
And now, with the father and son in a place of understanding, we can see the uphill climb that they've taken to get to where they are. We finally arrived at the end of our story. With the rift between father and son healed, all is well in their home. But who could have doubted Simon Arthur Cowbell, the famous psychiatrist?
They thought this was more or less a gimmick. And the more you spoke, the less they trusted.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
What's the use in trying?
Moo moo, moo moo.
And writing trains of thought.
Moo moo, moo moo.
They didn't understand, they just fought.
We just fought.
They just fought. But now they see it's all about caring and working as a team in your family. Moo ah.
I see your view.
I see yours too.
We see it too. And now it's solved, and we no longer need to be involved in their disputes.
I guess we'll get along better next
Time!